Audio log, day 1157 of the Ferus project. This is Dr. Norman Greymane reporting. I've recently been transferred from the CDC. Apparently the feds needed a livestock specialist. I suppose I'm flattered. I'm honored that the government was interested in my work. Agricultural epidemiology is an underappreciated line of work, but maximum security clearance for a humble scientist like myself, I mean, I guess it has to be serious. Now to see what's in this envelope. Agents in Russia returned samples of 4 new pathogens that rapidly spread through horses, deer, yaks, and a variety of other ungulates. There is growing concern that if horse-to-human transmission of these viruses is possible, a global pandemic of unprecedented scale will shock the world. Good God. Pathogen Alpha. Ungulates have been observed developing severe rashes, fatigue, anemia, indigestion, vomiting, and weight loss. Afflicted animals are identifiable by their gaunt appear. Lord, that's horrid! Never seen such a horse so withered. Agents have informally named the pathogen Coltiac disease. Okay, what the fuck? Pathogen Beta, originally mistaken for cases of pathogen Alpha. Ungulates with the pathogen suffer from fevers, dehydration, constant diarrhea, which may contain blood, mucus, and pus, fatigue, and weight loss. Agents have informally named this pathogen Horsentery. Are they playing me for a fool? Okay, whatever. Pathogen Gamma. Ungulates have been observed with a wide variety of severe symptoms, including multiple swollen lymph nodes, vomiting, bleeding, lameness, and hints of necrosis. Experts in Russia have theorized it's a far more lethal variant of equine cancer. Pathogen Gamma has multiple informal names, but the preferred label is Prancer. Hey, you there. Yeah, talking to you. Is this some sort of sick joke?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm afraid we're not familiar. I'm Dr. Carol Stesland. I'm afraid our colleagues are very fond of pranks.
I mean, I'll say, what is this garbage? Prancer, Coltiac disease. These are puns ripped from the bedtime stories I read to my kids. I can't believe I got transferred from the CDC to this frickin' science circus.
Oh, you must be the new CDC transfer. I was told I'd be working with you soon. I'm Dr. Stesland, your supervisor. Have you read the Hepharia page yet?
Is that just diphtheria, but for horses?
Dwarfism, actually.
I'm going on my lunch break. It was a pleasure to meet you, Carol.
This is Dr. Carol Stesland. The date is the 23rd of April, 1966, and the time is 18:06 as of recording. I am speaking to the former Robert Greymane, now classified as subject D03. Due to a recent and still unknown series of events, D03 underwent a transformation from a human being into some species of equine. The exact specifics and properties of this new species is still being examined as of time of recording.
Why do you keep calling me that, Carol? I attended your wedding and your baby shower. Please, my name is Robert. I was your co-worker. I'm a human being, not a fucking animal. Please, Carol.
D03 shows signs of agitation. Sensors show a increased heart rate of 150 beats per minute. Such a heart rate would kill an adult human being, but a normal heart rate for an average Black Forest horse. Possible evidence to a Krokowski hypothesis?
Why do you keep ignoring me? I'm right here. I'm a human being. I have rights. I was a decorated war hero. I fucking served in Scotland, for fuck's sake. Please. What would little Charlie think if he saw what his ma was doing? Where's Sam?
Subject D03. you said in a previous interview that you felt you were ready to be happy, so to speak. Could you elaborate on that last statement for the record, please?
Fuck you!
TO3, you are reminded that your current living standards are a privilege, not a necessity. Failure to comply with the interview will lead to consequences for you. Please answer the question.
I am not saying another fucking word until I get some answers. You treat me like a dog or a horse or a goddamn rat for all I care. You expect me to show you some hospitality? Where's Sam, damn it?
Okay, fine. Let's go off script. Johnson's gonna skin me like a Russian dog, but we aren't getting anywhere. I don't care. Tell him anything you need to. Man is a war hero. Or horse, I suppose. Greymane, you mentioned something about Samuel and Charlie?
Do you remember Utah, Carol? Do you remember when we accidentally burned down our tents because little Charlie tipped the grill? Your own flesh and blood, it's like you don't recognize his name.
I don't have a child. Robert, I never had one. In fact, that's one of the reasons I wanted to speak to you. On the 27th of October, 1945, Lieutenant Robert Greymane was killed in the line of duty against invading German forces near Edinburgh. He led a 5-man charge against SS units in Great Britain. He and Colonel Samuel Edwards and his entire squad perished in the fighting.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, we held those bastards off. I held them off. I don't.
Interview terminated.
This is Dr. Norman Greymane. The date is the 15th of June, 1966. I am joined by my superior, Dr. Carol Stensland. I'm reporting on the results of the first Pestis Ferrerum trials.
How dangerous are these plagues, Greymane? I hope the plethora of horses you requested as test subjects were satisfactory for your research. Maintenance has already sent numerous complaints about the waste from your experiments.
Results have been promising, Stensland. I assure you that I'm a professional who wouldn't waste valuable life on pointless inquiries. The pathogens spread through ungulates at a frantic pace, but human subjects have been not affected. Given enough time and resources, we could start development of treatments or even inoculations for these foreign contagions. However, while I was at the Bubbler, I was struck with an intriguing hypothesis.
Pardon me, the Bubbler?
Yes, the Bubbler. Now, we know these diseases have come from wherever those talking pony abominations sprung out of, which means they're carriers of the pathogens. They're either immune and spread it unwillingly, or they suffer from the pathogens all the same.
Hold it, Greymane. What the hell is a Bubbler?
The Bubbler, Stensland. The place where you hold a button and water shoots out to drink.
Norman, that's a drinking fountain.
Forget about the Bubbler. What I need are test subjects, from Russia or wherever the hell you get these things. If they're vulnerable to these diseases, we could engineer a plague to wipe them from the earth should they become a threat. Since we don't consider ponies war combatants, we're not violating any Geneva Conventions, and I'm sure the world will thank us for doing them a favor.
You'll get your test subject, Greymane. You're only getting one. Those assets are far too valuable for your line of work. He's a bit of an odd one, though, as I'm sure you'll soon discover. Excellent work, Greymane. I'm looking forward to seeing your results. And audio log.
That's the way it's gonna be, little darling. You'll go riding on the horses, yeah. Oh shit, it's still on. Audio log. I can't even remember what day it is anymore since they put me in this damn observation room. Whenever I get out of here, Stensland will pay. How could she forget? No, there's no way she forgot. She's lying.
Everything was a lie. It was all smoke and mirrors that led me to this. At least that demon woman gave me a therapist who visits every week, or what seems like it. Time is impossible to track in this cage. She tells me everything will be alright, that they'll free me from this curse, that it's all in God's plan. What a load of fucking bullshit. She doesn't even listen to me. She listens to those monsters on the other side of the glass. I see how they look at me. I see it in their eyes, their pity, their scorn, and worst of all, their ambitions. I've seen how those freaks look at me like I'm some sort of lab rat. They give you whatever they can find so they can gawk at me holding just random cups and coffee and I hate them. But above all, I hate that body snatcher that wears my skin. I'm the real Greymane, not that sick son of a bitch with that dumbass named Norman who smirks at me through the window as he fills his needles with God knows what. Every day I see myself walk in here and inject me with those nasty fluids. He whispers to me that it's a cure, but I know he's lying. I feel my insides rot as all my legs weaken and I black out. I can't even remember how many times he's done it. All I can recall are my dreams. Every night, I'm back in Scotland fighting the Krauts, and I see a bright light before awakening in a world of ponies. I don't understand. I just want to leave. Go back home. Be free. I just want to see my kids again.
Audio log, special designation X-01. This is Dr. Norman Greymane reporting in on the final results of the Cetus Ferrerum experiment. A multitude of rapid breakthroughs have been made over the past month. First, using a mix of chemicals and processes I'm not allowed to document here, we've created an airborne, fast-acting variant of pathogen gamma, otherwise known as Prancer. I hate that name. I've had multiple test subjects relegated to producing more Prancer cells for synthesizing, which leaves one last crucial element of the experiment: testing on a live subject. Subject D03 has been selected for non-compliance. While we prepare the gas, we will record their final words. Good morning, Subject D03. Today is the day. It's the final test before we send you on your merry way back home.
I've had enough of your cures, Doctor. All you do is poison my blood, strangle my insides, and corrode my bones. Go fuck yourself and all of your scientist buddies.
Aw, don't be like that, D03. You should be happy that you'll finally get to leave after this.
What the hell are you doing?
Administering the cure, Subject D03, and removing a blemish on our timeline. No, don't look at me like that, you slack-jawed mule. I've been recording your nighttime murmurs for weeks now, blabbering on about your wife and your kids and that phony freak show world you got spat out of. Here's the real kicker, D03. You, your wife, and your kids don't exist.
Quit lying to me, you sick animal. You're the only one that should be in this cage. I made it out of that war zone alive.
3 decades of public census records says otherwise, D03. We are confused by that casualty list with your name on it. How could you have died if you never even lived? That conundrum brings us to a single question. Who are you? We know those devil ponies waltz across dimensions just fine, but you're an oddity. You have memories of a false reality, yet you share my name and sound eerily similar to myself. Somehow, some way, through Satan's magics, those ponies ripped you from one reality and brought you to ours. What does this mean for our world? I do not know. But I can be certain about one thing. You must be erased, D03. You are a living contradiction, Robert Greymane. A violation of nature's laws. A boil to be lanced from the Earth's crust. It's interesting, Robert. We actually shared birthdays, childhood memories. You would have died in shock had I revealed we're one and the same. And that would have caused complications with the experiment. The same man, but 2 different lives, 2 different names. Such emotional interference would taint my work. How unfortunate that you were a threat to humanity, Robert. I could have had you sent off to an asylum or far away from here, but instead you had to die. Subject DO3, after being exposed to the gas, lived for approximately 2 minutes before experiencing total organ failure. With this final trial, Cia's Ferrerum can be deemed a success.